Good afternoon, YouTube. All right, so I brought you back. We're still working on the cab. Imagine that. We got the roof fixed. Paint's still drying, so it looks a little funny, but it looked like it was beat with a ball peen hammer. So we had to put a skim coat of filler over the whole thing, and we still got to go through and do a little bit of spots, and then we got to block it all in. I got a long block coming, should be here tomorrow or Monday in the mail. So yeah, got a few more areas to fix, and then we can block the whole cab, and then we can get it all primed. I've got some polyester primer. It's technically spray on. I don't know if you can. I got this, like I said, a buddy of mine got it for me. Some polyester primer. I'm gonna mix it up, and I'm gonna get a foam roller, and I'm gonna roll it on because I want it kind of thick, but you're gonna block it down anyway. So that doesn't really matter. Once we get that all blocked in, that on and that all blocked in, then we can get a sealer primer on it. And I got to get the floors underneath the floor and the firewall all coated. I'm gonna use Raptor liner for that. For one, just to cover up some of the imperfections that are in the floor, and also the main reason is for sound deadening, just to quiet the inside of the cab down a little bit. I am going to Dynamat everything I can, but like the floor, you can't do that. So I'm going to Raptor line it, and it should be good. And once the floors and the firewall is Raptor lined, everything's primed and good to go and blocked in, we are going to get some paint on this cab, and then we can pick it up, set it on the frame, and move on about our day. And then once the cab's done, we get to start on all the other little pieces that go to the nose, and that way we can get the whole front clip together. Yeah, it turned out really good. I'm happy with it, and it was a mess. I mean, the whole roof was caved down, I don't know, a couple inches when I got the truck. People were standing on the roof and stuff, and there was a seam that ran right through here. You can't see it now, obviously, and there used to be like a little, I don't know, like a little trim piece that went in it, but that was completely rotted out. So I bent up some all new parts, and I got that all welded in there, fully welded the seam, and we just Frenched in the seam, got rid of it, because I ain't trying to repair it. It don't have to be exactly the same. It's just got to be solid and not fall apart. Yeah, the cab is almost done. I would say, I don't know, hopefully by the end of next weekend, we're done doing body work, and then we can move on to other more important things like getting this thing coated so we can get it painted and get it on the chassis. That's the game plan for now. So I'm going to try to finish the cab repairs in this video. Like I said, this is going to be video number 3 of the cab repairs. So once I upload this, you're going to know that the cab is 100% repaired and ready for paint. And then yeah, we'll get it painted, and then we'll move on to the other front end pieces and start doing body work to them, knocking dents out and putting a little bit of filler in where it's needed. And yeah, long way to go, but we're getting there, one piece at a time. I've moved my goal up now to get this thing completed, hopefully by July. I mean, that's a push. We're at the end of February now, so March, April, May, June. Got 4 months. I think we can do it. I think it's 100% doable. So follow along, and we're going to get this truck together. So hopefully this summer we can take it for some drives, enjoy it a little bit before next winter hits, and we're all frozen again. I know one thing, I am ready for winter to be over with. I kind of enjoy winter a little bit because I like being cooler, but this has been a pretty bad winter. It's been the worst winter we've had in probably 10 years. The last one I can remember, bad one, was 14 into 15 up here. I was working in the oil field at the time, so I got to be out in every single element of that winter. Thankfully this winter I'm in a shop doing things, so I don't have to worry about being out in it all the time. But yes, follow along. I'll bring you back when I get some more progress done, and then hopefully we can finish out that video with that one and move on about our day. Have a good one. I'll bring you back. Good evening, YouTube. Just got home from work. We got a bunch of deliveries for parts for the Power Wagon and a piece for the plasma table. I'll show you what we got real quick. We got the 24-inch sanding block. That's so we can get this body leveled out once we put the polyester primer on it. We also got our paint, primer, and activator for the truck. We got, this is for the plasma table. Got a new laser pointer for the plasma table. Mine crapped out. And this box is from Vintage Power Wagons. We got the new leather cover for the hump. We'll have to cut the PTO hole into that. We got us a new ignition switch, a headlight switch, and a new radiator cap. Just some random parts that we needed to continue on with this build. And also, we got, try to get this box open here. If I can get it open. We got our gauges. There's the bezels that go on the gauges, and our gauges for the Power Wagon. They came with all the sending units and stuff. I ordered the GPS version, so I don't have to worry about Speedo cable and all that crap, because that's always fun to get working. Plus, when I eventually I want to change over to 17-inch wheels, which I can get them. There's a company out there that makes them. I want to go up to like a 40-inch tire or a 42, because there's all kinds of wheel well. I'd like to get away from the tube tire stuff and put an actual radial tire on it. I want a skinny tire. I don't want to put a wide tire on it. I'd rather have a skinny tire. I think they look funny with wide tires. I still want a skinny tire like it's got on it, but just taller. That'll help with the speed a little bit too. But with the GPS speedometer, I don't have to worry about it if I change that. My speedometer will still be correct. Everything's happy. I know they take a little bit to sync up. Once you take off, it'll take a little while, but it's not like this thing's going to break any speed limits or nothing anyways. So I believe I already showed you most of this. It'll all end up on the same video. I'll try to edit it out, and probably not, because I'm not real good at that yet. But yeah, so the cab does have a coat of filler primer on it. The roof is all fixed. I think most of the body work's done. I got some door jamb work I still got to do, and a couple other little spots on the outside of the cab. And I have, like I said, I have polyester primer to put over top of this so we can block it down and make it nice and smooth. I'll probably block it with 400 grit or 500 grit. I don't know. One of them grits. Smooth it out. I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm just guessing as I go. And I have a flat white sealer primer that'll get sprayed over that. And then we'll move on to the gloss white paint. And yeah, I also have Raptor liner kit ordered to coat the firewall and the floorboards. Yeah, so hopefully here in a couple weeks, this thing will have a paint job on it, and we can put it back on the chassis for the final time. And then we can start working on the rest of the front end parts and get all these pieces cleaned up, dolled up like they need to be, painted and whatnot, and get them bolted onto the truck, along with a radiator and all the other stuff. Once that's all on, we can get it wired, and then we can start working on the bed. And at that point, it should be able to move under its own power, at the very least, up and down the driveway or through the yard or something. So, yeah. Chugging right along on this. We got some parts in, and we're going to keep moving along on this cab. Hopefully, sooner than later, we will have it ready to go. Good evening, YouTube. All right, so I'm going to get this part recorded. That way we can get this video edited and uploaded so you guys have some more content. But the cab is, I keep saying this, almost complete. The next video you're going to see is going to be us getting paint on it. So this thing has been a lot of work. This cab was pretty rough, and I'm going to make it as best I can, like I said. But it has been filled. It has been sander filler primer. It has been polyester primered. We just finished blocking it in with 180. Tomorrow I'm going to go over it and block it in with 500 grit. I got to go inside and dress up the dash a little bit and some other stuff, and then hopefully this Friday, we're gonna get primer on this thing, and Saturday morning, it's gonna be white. That's the plan. So here it is. This is the cab all blocked in. Everything's nice and smooth. So there's no longer any rust in the cab. And yeah, we are chugging right along. The inside looks funny. I put rust preserver on it, so it kind of looks a little weird. Don't mind you, there's no rust in there. It just, I put rust preserver in it to keep it from rusting, because once we get it painted white, we're going to tape off the white plastic off the cab, and the floor, the firewall, and the underside of the floor is all getting Raptor lined. So yeah, this is the cab section. I got some more parts sandblasted throughout the week there. Got these are the side pieces for the side of your front end. These are your rods that hold the core support up to the firewall, support rods, I guess. These are the corners of the grill. I still got to get the grill. I have it. It's just at my place of work where I sandblasted it. And this is the cowl vent. I got to repair this section and build a handle for it, because that's been broke off Lord knows how many years ago. These are my headlight buckets. This one's not too bad. It's got a little dent here, a couple little rust holes that we can fix. No big deal. This one, on the other hand, is pretty rough. You can see all the Swiss cheese in it. But we are going to repair that temporarily. We're going to fix it in a matter that I really don't want to fix it, but we are going to Duraglass it and make it look decent for now. Because that headlight bucket is $500, and I would rather put $500 somewhere else so I can get this truck back on the road. I do have a list of parts on DCM Classics right now in my cart that I need to hit order on. I just gotta wait for a little bit before I hit order so I can talk myself into it and not vomit when I place the order, because it is a substantial order. It's literally everything to finish the cab, the glass, all the seals, weather stripping, the seat stuff, everything, literally everything I need to finish getting the cab done and put onto the truck. And yeah, like I said, we already have gauges. I got an alternator coming. I have the pass-through for the firewall coming, because I'm putting a pass-through on it, because if I ever had to pull the cab, I can just unplug one harness and pick the cab off of it, trying to make it as easy as possible. Oh, we also stripped the seats. They needed some repair work. I got to do some repair work to this. The back one primarily, where the rear window leaked for all them years. A couple of these uprights are rotted off the bottom. A couple things are bent I got to straighten. I have a seat cover coming for it already from Vintage Power Wagons. And a lot of my parts are going to come from DCM Classics for this next stage. Yeah. So once we get the cab painted, hopefully the next weekend we can get the Raptor liner on the floor and underneath of it. And the next weekend the cab can go onto the chassis for its final time and stay on there for hopefully ever. And yeah, then we can start working on all the front end pieces, the cowl, or not the cowl, but the front nose top. I don't know what you call it. The radiator cover, I guess is what you call it. I have the core support. It's painted. I just got to bolt it on. It ain't bolted on yet. We can do the body work to the wings for that, and the ends and the grill, and get all that stuff painted and repaired and put back on. We're not going to need the headlights for a little while, so I'm not concerned about them at the moment, because once the cab's on it and the front end's back on it, we can start wiring it. And in the meantime, I can flip this thing around and I can start working on the bed of the truck. So like I said, the bed needs a lot of work. It's got some places where people have cut stuff off the bottom for some unknown reason. It's 9 feet long. It needs to be 8 feet long, so we got to shorten it and move cross members and do all that stuff. And I'm sure there's hinge repair on the tailgate and, you know, the normal stuff that you got to do to them. But I'm very happy with how the cab turned out. It's the bad shape it was in. It's 600% better than what it was when I got the truck. It may not end up being perfect, but it's going to be perfect enough for me, and that's all that matters. And I'm sure these trucks weren't perfect when they were built brand new in 1947, 48, because they was built with hands, not computers and robots. So that's where we're at. I really appreciate you guys following along. In the next video, hopefully you see a final product of the cab. I'll try to get some footage of me painting if I can. I just don't want to get paint all over my camera, but we'll see what we can do with that. And hopefully the next time you guys see this cab, it will be on that frame right there, and for its final time. That's my plan. Thank you guys for following along. I really appreciate it. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We are almost to 500 subscribers. As I'm recording this video, I think I've got 489. Let's get up to that 500 mark, and let's keep on moving along. If you haven't checked it out already, my buddy's got a YouTube channel called Carter Engineering and Fabrication. Go check him out. He's got some good content on there, showing you shop updates and what he gets done. Every week he uploads a video showing you what he gets done weekly. He's a little more proficient at uploading than I am, and I'm sorry about that, but I kind of get caught up in the moment and trying to move forward. I'm trying to get the body work done because I'm not good at it. It takes me forever, and there's no point in videoing something that you guys probably ain't going to learn nothing from me when it comes to the videoing part. So, yeah, let's go over and check Chad's channel out. Me and Chad was buddies for years in high school, still are, and he lives a little far away now, so we don't see each other. But yeah, please check his channel out. Like I said, please comment, subscribe. If you got any questions, let me know, and I'll try to answer them as best I can. I really do 100% appreciate you guys following along, and let's keep this channel moving, and I'm going to keep feeding you guys content as much as I possibly can. That being said, you guys have a good one. We'll catch you on the next one.